name is Lady J, and today we're going to cover the basics of tarot reading, or rather, I like to say card reading to keep it general. My associate is taking this video, and this is my first time, so please excuse me if I stutter, if I make errors, if I'm looking at my notes.
Because I have a tendency to run my mouth too much at times. So,
most people are looking at readings as though, is it true, is it false? Well, I can honestly tell you it depends on who's doing it. Everybody has a method to the madness. I would think that readers that I go to, I look for them to have what I would say at least sixth sense ability. And what I mean by that is extreme awareness, clairaudience, which is the ability to hear clearly, or they can hear spirits talking in their heads. Clairvoyant, which is the clear seeing, and sometimes they are also visionaries, and some clairvoyants can see in the now, or they can see in the future. Claircontinence is clear knowing, and that's that gut feeling, which I call the hunch. Clear empathy is when someone can feel how you're feeling through the mind. The clear gustance is clear tasting, where you may find people that could taste something and could tell you every ingredient that's in a piece of food or chemical. The clear sentience is a person that can feel what you're feeling physically. It's like if you have a stomach ache, they'll have a stomach ache. Or like you may find that mostly with men and their pregnant wives. You'll find that the man is going through cravings just like his wife who is pregnant. You hear those stories all the time that men get the morning sickness instead of the woman. Also, this is pretty common connection between twins. And the last two I like to talk about is clairtangency, which is touching objects. A lot of times you'll see those in detective stories where a practitioner can go into a house, a crime scene, maybe touch an object and can tell what happened. Sometimes you deal with those people that may have what they say precognitions and postcognitions. That's people that's able to see in the past and also in the future. The last one I like to mention is clairsalience. I'm not know if I'm saying that right, but it's about people with super smells. They can smell anything. They could tell what perfume that a person is wearing even after they left a particular area. They can detect different odors in the air that almost like what do you say, hound dog, one of those super noses. And I have a friend that could do that, and it's just merely amazing. She smelled things that I had to explain to her so she wouldn't get the wrong idea about stuff, but we're going to skip that part. These enhanced senses are often exaggerated in the movies, that when looking at these horror movies and things of people with these abilities, it tends to instill fear and misconceptions. Energy is just all about the sensitivity. I usually would rather deal with someone that either are intuitive readers, a channeler, or even a medium person. And that's when you bringing in spiritual assistance. Do I believe there is other existence besides our own? Most certainly, and it's being proven to you every single day. Do I have spirit guides? Yes, and so do you and everybody else. It's just a matter if you believe. Believe is power. One, belief is your manifestation. Even though people are spreading the secret in the law of attraction, trust and believe this. You got over 32 steps before you even get to that level. And that's another day, another reading. True and false and predictions. A lot of people often will cross out a reader because I don't care what or how good any type of practitioner is. The one thing they don't have say about is your fate or your destiny. I personally feel that fate is when you don't do nothing about it, and destiny is when you have the opportunity to change it. Okay, readings are just that way. They're just only for giving you insight into a given situation. When I read people, I make it my business to let you know several things. One is the truth. Two is if I can feel your energy, because if I can't, I'll let you know. Because everybody is not readable. Everybody may be a little tough skinned where it may be walls around your mind or your energy that sometimes just any practitioner can pick you up. I'm very difficult to read by most practitioners. Haven't figured that out yet, but very seldom do I find one that can read me. Do practitioners get tired and exhausted? Yes, they do. They get drained. They get drained from going into your energy, and if your energy is full of negative stuff, it gets on the reader, the empath, or the channeler. And then we got to go through wearing this and jewelry and crystals and baths and ceremonies and prayers just to get it off. Just to get the shit off. Excuse the French, but that's what it is. Doo-doo. And what do we have to do? We have to straighten that doo-doo out to make you understand it's not doo-doo, but it is karma sometimes, or it's just plain being naive. Readers are only to give you an insight on a situation where you standing on the outside. What we do is take you and put you on the inside and let you know who's all the players, what your environment consists of, what is going on with you now, what's coming into your world based on what your energy is doing today. Another thing, time cannot be put on predictions, because if you're asking about other individuals who have their own will, you cannot interfere with their change of mind or their change of heart. That's why I use serenity prayers. And I don't know if this camera picks it up, but it's all on my table. God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. What a reader does is help you find the wisdom to know the difference, while helping you to understand that you can't not change what is meant to be. And then having the courage to change what you can is what's in your power to do. And 90%, in fact, 99.9% of the time, it's you that need to change. Your attitude, your energy toward that given situation, which brings you to choices. Now, if some practitioners have the ability to see in the future, they are visionaries. Some of them can, but I can honestly say not everybody. Not everybody. Now, if 1 + 1 does equal 2, so if you stay on that path, naturally you're going to end up with a certain result. And a lot of times people often repeat the same situation over and over. Why do I keep meeting bad men all the time? Why? Because there's something in you that needs to change. There's an energy that's sticking to you that needs to change. It's a whole lot to this whole world, this whole, what do you want to call it? I don't like magic either. What do you want to call that?
Wait, what did you say? Like the whole world? You mean dimension?
Of metaphysics. Okay. It's so much that it would take more than several lifetimes to learn everything you need to understand about it. But the best of the best can't even give you an accurate timing. They're only going by the energy that's in front of them today. And there is no guarantee that energy will stay the same next month. Most of the time, energy can change 24 hours after a reading. Energy, often I time it usually about 2 weeks in a given situation. Now, in readings that's coming up later, you will see some magnificent readings done by me. And you will learn a lot about them in real time. We just concluded with part 1, and there will be a part 2 of the basic of card reading 101. Hit the notification button if you would like to know immediately when my next video is released. I am available for personal card readings. My contact information will be in the description box below. Make sure you like and subscribe, and don't hesitate to leave me a comment. Thank you guys for watching, and I look forward to seeing you on my next video. Bye now.